Do you have an interest in crop farming? Are you observant and detail conscious? Do you enjoy working outside? Can you work as part of a team? If you have said yes to these questions, then the occupation of a scout might be the one for you. The scout is a crop farm worker who is given the responsibility of identifying, monitoring and reporting on weeds, pests and diseases in orchards, crop fields and nurseries. This is a critical task as it serves to protect crop yield and serves as a proactive approach to pest, weed or disease management. Environmental factors such as excessive rain can influence when and if weeds, diseases and pests are likely to be found in crops. By monitoring crops during the growing season, pest population levels and plant diseases can be dealt with appropriately. It also means that records can be kept and that future outbreaks can be anticipated during similar conditions. When inspecting for diseases, the scout checks the crops for signs of stunting, lesions, discoloration and yellowing. Samples of the diseased plants are sent to a plant pathologist for lab diagnosis. This allows the farmer to take the necessary action to safeguard the crop. When doing weed inspections, the scout will keep a lookout for weeds as these compete with cultivated seedlings for food and water. Seedlings are vulnerable to being smothered by weeds. The scout evaluates the weed pressure and reports their findings. A decision as to whether it is necessary to use chemical control measures can then be made. The scout checks cultivated fields for insects and other pests, often by setting special traps. The traps are checked daily or weekly. The pest population can be detected and monitored in this way. When pest population numbers show an increase, appropriate actions can be taken before extensive damage occurs. Scouts often take tools for collecting samples with them. These may include small vials or plastic bags. If they do not recognize a pest or weed, the samples can be handed to the extension officers for further examination and identification. The scout records the location, type and number of weeds, diseases or pests in each field, as well as the date and time. When not carrying out scouting duties, scouts may be expected to carry out the same tasks as other farm workers. Farm workers usually work outdoors in all kinds of weather. Depending on the time of year, working hours may be long and irregular and include early mornings, weekends and public holidays. Based on tasks being done, farm workers may be required to wear safety gear. No formal schooling or qualifications are usually required to enter this occupation. However, employers set their own criteria for the levels of literacy, numeracy and communication skills required. The skills needed to carry out tasks for this occupation will be gained through on-the-job training. Often short courses dealing with the identification of pests, weeds, and crop disease will be given. A farm worker that shows initiative and willingness to learn may progress to a supervisory position. Further progression will depend on the size and staffing structure of the farming concern.